Hey guys, it's Hey Sophia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I had a request in my last video on how to build a house with Purpur blocks, so I'm going to be going ahead and doing a video on that today. Shout out to Jenny Lee who requested that I do this. I am going to be building just the one house today, but I'll probably do maybe one or two more in the future. So I'm going to be starting out this house here with just some white, the quartz pillars. I think they look quite nice as kind of like a wood paneling for the house. The main colors of these houses will be purple clay, magenta clay, quartz, and also obviously the purpur. This is more of a, I suppose, kind of like a girly build in a way. It is a very cute cottagey, like two-story kind of house. This is probably more so for people who are on creative servers, or if you don't mind taking the time, you could actually go ahead and build this in survival. This would be something I would build in survival because I still like to have a nice house. So as you can see here, I'm just placing down some birch. The birch, because it's quite a light colored wood, looks really nice with the white and the purple that you get coming from the build. And also I'm just doing a single strip of the purple clay down the bottom here just for a different color, and then the rest of my building will be the magenta clay. You just want to be going 4 blocks high here, and also the width of my building is 10 blocks and the length is 12. So we're just going to be building the second story now. I'm kind of going for a different kind of second story in a way. So I'm not making it too, not just like a straight up, I'm having more like an attic kind of loft space in the top instead of like a full second story floor. And I'm also going to be creating a cute little veranda patio type cover here. So we will be using purpur for the roof shingles. I think they look quite nice as a roof shingle because they've got that square passing kind of going on with them there. And then we're going to be accenting the edge of the roof with the quartz as well, just to add a different color. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the roof for the second story floor now. So we're going to have the roof kind of coming off the second story and then I have another roof on top. You can overlap the roof like that, but for the front, because you've got the veranda cover, I like it to just be against the wall. Whereas the back, because you don't have that veranda cover, I do like to have the overhang that I've just shown here now. So as you can see, I'm just stopping the roof just short of the veranda cover on the front. So I'm going to go and fill in the walls now. I will fix up the insides later, so later on I will cover up the purple roof tiles on the inside so you can't see them. We're going to go ahead and do the top roof now. I'm just doing a very basic roof, nothing too intricate or design. Yeah, so I've decided to do this series. I'm going to turn this into a kind of little series here. So I kind of had the idea in a way to be calling this the ugly blockling. It sounds a little bit silly. It's a play on the words of obviously the ugly duckling, where a ugly duckling turned into a beautiful swan. I figured it would be cool to do a series where I try and use blocks that are generally considered ugly in Minecraft and turn them into something beautiful. So I'm just doing this one little purpur block house today. I'm probably going to turn this whole area into a little village featuring different ones. So I'll show that more in detail next time. I've just created this little area off of my server that I play on. So I'm doing white for my windows here because I like the white windows with the with the purple of the building. You could go for clear. I would probably either be doing clear or white. You could do purple if you really wanted to really bring in a lot of purple, but I think the white's quite nice against all the purple. It just cuts through it a little bit. And then at the back here, I'm going to be creating a little backdoor entry, kind of like how in farmhouses or things like that, you'll have covered little entries of the kitchen, which go out to the backyard. So that's just what I'm creating here, just a little very simple cover. I also put, as you saw, a fence post along the top window at the front, just to add a little bit more detail, like a kind of little railing for the window. I'm just making my windows all different shapes and sizes around the edge. So as you can see, there's that railing there as well on the back. So now that my windows done, I'm going to go ahead and build a very simple fireplace on the inside. I am going to be using the end stone block to make my fireplace, because obviously if you're on the Purpur blocks are from the end, and with the Purpur blocks you have the end stone. So I'm going to be using the end stone for my garden decorations, and also to do the fireplace, because it looks a little bit better than doing brick. You could go ahead and use brick if you like, but I'm going to just stick to using the end stone. So before I do that though, I'm going to quickly cover up the roof tiles like I said, and then we'll just be making the second floor and then covering, because I've got the space in here, I am going to cover the second floor, like, so you won't see the wood from the bottom, you'll just see more purple for a roof. Like normally, I'm not going to show the interiors, I'll show what I do after. I'm just going to be doing very, very, very basic interiors. It's up to you what you would like to do or how you want to fill your building. I'm also just showing the exteriors so you can learn how to build something like this, and then you can go ahead and fill the inside. So as you can see, I'm just going to make my fireplace now with the end stone, and I'm going to also do a little kind of quartz slab mantle on the top, just because it looks quite nice. Also, because of my placement of my window just to the right of me, if I have the end stone up against the windows, it's going to create that that panel that joins out to the block. So I'm just going to be using slabs to also stop that. And then I'm going to put a plant pot and some smoke up the top of my chimney, just to make it a little bit more cute and realistic looking. You don't have to do this on yours, I just like doing it for a little bit extra detail. I don't know, it's just become a habit of mine. So I like to try to go just kind of natural, all different direction shapes, but trailing up. There's my little smoke now. So I'm going to finish this off, and then I will probably skip through as you can see, that's where it joins, so I'm not going to do that. But I will skip through building the interior just because it's up to you what you'd like to do. Okay, so now I have built my very basic interior. I'm just adding some more details to the back. You could put the roof around the whole way like that. I'm going to not do that. I am, however, going to add a little overhang to my back window here, and then I'm also going to create a little windowsill type effect on the bottom. It's completely up to you what you'd like to do for more details. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Also on these windows as well, and the front ones. So there is the house basically done now. I'm going to show you the inside quickly. I just created a kind of like little sitting area, and then a kitchen, dining. I created like a little bedroom loft type thing upstairs. Now I'm stuck in the staircase. I've just done very simple. I haven't put a lot of detail or thought into it here. just because I'm more focusing on the exterior like I said. So I'm gonna keep that too, I like that there. So we're gonna go ahead and do some gardens now. For the gardens, I'm gonna be keeping it very simple, kind of going for a little cottagey type theme. I'm going to be keeping the fences with the birch to match the birch of the house. For the front path here, like I mentioned before, I'm going to be using end stone because it's a very cute pavery looking type little stone. I'm making the pathway not completely straight, so it kind of has that cut through grass growing through thing going on, because it is a kind of little cottagey, like a big 2-story type cottagey cute girly build. I'm going to be going with that look here. And then I'm going to be just terraforming a little bit just because I want more space for my fence. So I'm going to be doing a little entryway just with some quartz pillars and purpur blocks and birch fencing, just a little archway entry to my house. You could go up and have something big like this. I prefer the look being more simple though, because it is a very simple, it's not a simple house, but it's not a big over the top house. It's meant to feel more cozy, so I'm going for a very simple little entryway here. Just a cute little arch entry with the purpur, just to match the roof tiles as well. And I'm going to be using birch fencing. As you can see, I like to just randomly place and get an idea and then fix as I go. I don't like that really sharp angle I've got going on at the front here though, so I'm just going to terraform a bit more so it's a little bit more square. I just don't like all the in out of the fence there. I'm gonna go ahead now and just fix it up, make it a little bit more square and finish off the fence. Another thing, I'm also really careful about placing fencing when it's next to a level up in the land like I just showed. I don't like how the fence will connect to the land, so I try not to build too close, or I keep a 1 block gap because I don't like that connecting fence look that you get when you build right against a dirt block like that. So just try to avoid that. So I'm gonna go ahead now and do a very simple, kind of messy in a way kind of garden. I'm gonna go for more cottagey, girly looking flowers, pinks and blues and whites, colors that kind of mix well together. I'm also going to be building out the back a very simple kind of little, like I showed in my cottage garden video, that kind of undercover little lattice terrace wood structure with the vine growing over. I'm going to be doing that because I think it looks quite cute for a little outdoor garden like this. You could build a pool or something like that. I don't really think it's appropriate for this style of house, but again, it's completely up to you. Do what you like. And then for some greenery, I'm just going to be making my hedges, not so much hedges, my bushes here. Just to add green, I'm going to go for my favorites that I like to do, so I'm going to go for my birch and oak blocks. I just like the 2 different colors they use. If I do want flowering blocks, I do like to use jungle because they look like little flowers or fruits, so I'll be using that for the tree that I'm going to be building today. And I'm also just cutting the bush through the fence blocks here just so it makes it look a little bit more rustic, like the building has been here for a while and the bushes have grown through the fencing. You could also add a tree in the front if you wanted. I just decided to keep it quite flat to more focus on the house is the main thing that you want to see. So I'm going to make a pathway now with the end stone, and then I'm going to make a little undercover lattice kind of overgrown tree area at the back here. It looks quite nice in a cottage garden. In a modern house, you probably wouldn't do something like this. I'll try and do a modern house sometime in the future. I've got a few other things I want to do first before I focus on a modern house, but I might show like a modern garden or something like that soon, just to show what I would do if it was a modern garden. But we're going to go for this look I've done with the overgrown lattice because it looks cute in this cottage type house. So like I showed in my cottage garden tutorial, I'm just going to be cutting through the fence post to make it look like the leaf block has grown through, so it gets that overgrown, that overgrown look like you've trained it to be growing through the lattice. So I like to delete a few fence posts and fence gates every now and then just to get that more natural look. And you just want to play around with it until you get the effect that you like. So I like how that is now, so I'm going to build a very simple outdoor area just using quartz stairs for some chairs, and I'm going to do just some the pressure plates on top of some birch for a little simple table. And now I'm going to build a very simple tree. I'm just going to use a spruce fence post and just build it as a trunk, and then I'm going to go ahead and use jungle leaves to build a very bushy looking, messy, simple tree. So this is kind of a style of, I suppose, a more tame tree. Maybe I'd use this more in a modern garden, but it also looks like a young tree, like it's not quite an old tree, so I think it looks okay. And it's nice and small, so it doesn't overtake the house or the garden too much. And then I'm just going to use over here for a little garden area. For a little garden area under my windowsill, excuse me. I'm just going to use some podzol and some plants. So there we go, there is my garden down and my cute little Purpur 2-story cottagey type house. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and comment down below if you would have any ugly blocks that you would like me to try and turn into something beautiful. I would like to do this the ugly blockling type series. I think it's a really cool idea, and I've had fun trying to work with quite a hard block. It challenges your mind a bit. Yeah, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for everyone who's been subscribing to me and commenting and liking my videos. It really means a lot. But yeah, like always, thank you, bye, and thank you so much for watching.